What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, we are beginning the Hot Tub Podcast. We're very giddy today.
You know who's excited about the Hot Tub Podcast?
Is it Kim Monroe?
It is Kim Monroe.
Of course.
Today could be the day that Kim Monroe finally gets her question for the morning hot tub answered.
Wait, it could be? No, it is the day.
Yeah.
Of course, the last few podcasts, we've been trying to get her question in, but then we get sidetracked. Kim Monroe wants
Wait a sec, hang on though.
Oh,
Should
okay.
this become like a Matt Damon on Jimmy Kimmel thing?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think
we
it
never.
really depends on what Kim Monroe's question is.
And it's a pretty good question.
Okay.
I
Like
think
out of 10, what would you give it?
I give it like a 7
Oh.
and a half.
Okay, I don't know.
That's not strong.
I'll give it an 8.
Your
An 8?
rating started dropping mid-answer. You started with a 7.
Because now I'm looking at some of the other ones, like
Yeah.
Mikey and Jeff and Patricia and Lauren and Trey and Cece. They all have good
Lot
questions.
of
too.
questions.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions.
Is there
to get
another
to.
question that would top Kim's
Oh,
question?
good one.
But poor
That's a
Kim
good
Monroe's been
question.
waiting for, 4 episodes to get her question right
Well,
on the
she
podcast.
has. It's only in 7.
Yeah.
And a half.
I wonder if Kim Monroe thinks her question is good.
Well, obviously, otherwise she
Because
wouldn't
she's
have asked.
probably got to be second
And
guessing
she
now.
also starts her question with a compliment. So I can't be not doing that.
I've got an idea. Why don't we get Kim on the podcast?
That's a great idea.
Can we call her down the road?
I don't
Yeah.
have a number, but I can.
Oh.
Hey, Kim, if you're listening right now, no, can
I
we just
would
give her
hope.
a question? I can just.
Well, no, I don't think we can do that.
I think it would increase from a 7 to like maybe
Yeah.
a 9 if she presented it herself.
Right.
Because after this
Oh.
kind of build-up, if
Yeah.
her question is like, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Yeah.
That's really, really anticlimactic.
Yeah, I feel like
Well,
it's
no, I
not
promise
that.
it's not that.
Well,
Okay, what do you think? Should we go
is
for
that
it?
Cece's question?
Let's go for it.
No,
Okay.
but, well, Cece's is close.
Okay.
Okay, Kim, if you're listening, reach out, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We'll get you on the podcast.
This is the only way to make this happen.
We've never had a
Okay.
guest on the podcast.
That's true.
We haven't.
right? So make her feel extra special that she actually gets podcast time.
Welcome, Kim Murray.
Murray.
Kim Monroe.
Who's Kim Murray?
It's been 4 episodes.
Come on.
And now you're slandering her?
Oh. You know what? After you're done, she's not going to want to be on the show.
Kim Murray.
But
Does Kim Murray have a question?
He might.
All right, so maybe in a future podcast we'll get something from Kim Monroe.
All right.
In the meantime, let's start this edition of the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
We're all unique individuals,
Yes.
but some of us more than others.
Okay.
And doctors in the UK announced the second ever recorded case of tryphalia.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I'm saying that
What's,
right.
what's
Of course.
Tryphalia?
Oh, come on, Brady.
I know what
Don't play
Tryphalia
yeah, why
is.
don't you tell us?
No, I don't want to tell. No, you guys what Tryphalia is.
Yeah.
You have the story.
Yeah, that's when a man has not 1, not 2, but 3. You know what's below the belt.
What?
Kneecaps?
Well, it depends where the belt is, I
No.
suppose. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean.
No.
They only found out about it after the guy died. He
Feet?
was 78
Yes.
and donated his body
He
to
had 3
science.
feet?
Yeah, well, that's where was the third foot?
I don't understand, Jenny.
Guys.
Can you give us some more details?
He had 3.
If you want, I'll play the ER music below us so that
okay,
it's
that's good,
really
yeah.
Oh, so it's
scientific.
more medical?
More medical. Yeah.
Okay.
Medical.
Yeah.
What can I say that's sort of like more friendly?
He had 3 what?
3.
Ding dong.
What? Is there somebody at the door? I don't understand.
Oh, okay, no, but listen. Now, he was 78, donated his body to science, but not because of his...
Not because of his what?
Because of his what?
Not because of his triple.
Not because of his triple wiener.
Okay. That's not why he donated. Did he just not know that it wasn't
No, he
supposed to
knew.
be like that?
No, he didn't know. We don't know. He may have known. We don't know.
I
But
think
here's
he
the one
knew.
thing I do know. Only
You'd
one of them was
know.
normal.
you would know.
I'm sorry, did you say only one of them was normal?
Normal, and the other 2 were internal. It's not like he had full 3 functions.
Oh.
Oh, I thought there were 3 of them
Yeah.
just dangling
I
there.
know, what am I going to go with
I thought he was like partway to being an octopus.
No.
That's true, yeah.
So you couldn't actually see them, and they weren't functional.
Oh.
So it is possible he never knew.
Oh.
They do think the 2 extra appendages. Oh, I should have used.
But they were
appendages.
inside?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
may have caused issues though, like maybe like UTIs STIs.
So, like, right, Rush could have 3 right now.
Yeah,
we
you
don't
wouldn't
know.
We really wouldn't know.
See, I
Yeah.
feel like he did
Feel
know.
around there, Rush.
Yeah. See, I don't think there's anything extra. But if he donated his body,
Yeah.
he must have known.
Rush, are you an Odie?
I guess that's a major innie if you've got. Like, he must have known.
No,
'Cause
I
you're
don't think he did.
Who's
Maybe-
randomly donating their body to science if they don't have something
I
unique
think a
like
lot
that?
of people
Oh,
do
yeah, a lot
who
of
don't
people
care,
do.
that are
Just,
not
let's do
religious,
this?
or
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
then they did. I mean, I guess it's just filling out like the organ donor thing. It's
Right.
not like
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
like leaving a big note for people.
Yeah, like
All right.
check out my 3
Yeah.
penises.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that.
Good luck finding my.
Hang on, is it penises or peni?
Oh, well, I feel like
let's go
we've
with
talked
Peni.
about this.
I like Peni's more fun.
Yeah.
It's
Peni
wrong,
is
but it's
fun.
more fun.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more
But
fun.
then you're not having to say the whole word, which is much more comfortable for me.
Oh.
Peni. I can say
You can
that,
say
no problem.
that. Wow.
I think having 3 penises would be fun.
Do
Why
you?
not?
Yeah.
What a party trick.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now, when you're imagining this, are they lined up like
Exactly.
vertically, horizontally? How do you imagine this? Or are they just on different parts of your
They
body?
kind of look like a camera tripod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Okay, so
Okay.
like one
So
on
equal.
top and 2, so it's a triangle.
Yeah,
one.
maybe, and you can just rotate them as needed.
Rotate them.
That's
But what if
interesting.
you
Rotate
How
them.
would it know?
How would what
it
know?
Like how would if you had to pee? How would you know which one to? Or do you just
Maybe it's like a garden hose. You know, you can like turn the garden hose and change the setting. Maybe it's like that.
So you're turning them like that.
Yeah,
Or
you have one's a
rotational-
sprinkler, one's like the shower head.
Is that a deal breaker, by the way, Jenny?
Yes.
It is okay. All right.
As long as you don't put it on the mist setting, you'll be all right.
I'm sorry. So, what is the deal breaker to you? The fact that it rotates like it's a garden nozzle, or that there's 3 of them? Oh,
Yeah. No.
It could be great. It just be
Could it?
I just want to throw out an apology to all our triphallic men out there. I'm sorry.
Wow, I didn't realize we were going to be so offensive this
Yeah.
morning.
Jenny
Sorry.
does not speak for the whole
There's
show.
only been 100 recorded cases worldwide.
And they're huge
Wow.
fans of
And
the
they're
show.
They all listen to the morning hot
They
dog.
do.
God, in the podcast. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. I can't believe you think it's a deal breaker.
I mean, I don't want to say if I.
You fell in love with this guy. Everything's going well. You
and then
guys,
he's like, check this out.
Yeah.
and that's his reaction. He never goes in settling.
Yeah.
He's got to say, check this out.
But can you imagine, like, after all this dating, he meets a woman and she's like, look, and she's got 3 vaginas.
Oh!
Like, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a movie.
Now that's pretty good.
Oh God, no.
It's not a good movie.
No.
And I picture them all singing.
Wow.
What?
You made it weird.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh,
my
now,
God.
now it got weird. Yeah.
Don't let Rob Schneider get a hold of this script because that is getting made.
I need to know what they're singing. Hello.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not a song.
No,
you
it
mean
is. It's
Adele?
my song. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
I don't know what they're singing, but the harmonies would be so good.
Yeah.
Manamana, do.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mauler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
A poll earlier this year found 20% of employers have seen a Gen Zer bring a parent along for a job interview.
No, don't do that.
What?
So is that unprofessional?
I thought you said a parrot.
Oh, 20%.
I mean, that would be more. I'm more likely
trying
to
to
hire
think
Parrot Boy
What's
than.
better? Yeah. I think I'd prefer the guy with a parrot than his mom.
Yeah.
The job. Give him the job.
It's like the guy in Dodgeball who believes he's a pirate.
pirate,
You know? Yeah, why not?
Now, another survey drilled down, and it looked like the answer is not all of them are doing this, but yes, some really are. 26% of Gen Zers said they brought a parent to an interview
That's
in the
crazy.
past year. And here's what those parents are actually doing there. 37% said their parent accompanied them to the office but didn't necessarily go in the room.
Still.
They were
It
just there
doesn't
for
matter.
moral
Still,
support.
you know.
No.
26% said their parent physically sat in on the interview.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
18% said they at least introduced themselves to the manager.
No.
7% answered questions for the child.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
The poll found 1 in 8 Gen Zers have also had a parent write their resume for them from scratch.
Oh, that's so bad. But couldn't you blame the kids here? This is the parents' fault.
This
Yeah, no,
it
it's the
absolutely is
parents'
the
fault.
parents'
Like,
fault.
what are you doing?
But it's also the kids just saying, Mom, Dad, you're not coming to this interview.
But if you were raised this way, you don't.
Exactly.
Because
You're
the thing is-
asking your parents, I
Yeah,
think.
they were helicoptering your
Yeah.
entire life, so this is just a normal thing
right.
to do.
Yeah.
To me, like the closest, and I'd even be down on them waiting in the car in the parking lot, but that's the closest they can be.
Yes. And like that
And even
happened with
still.
me. I was like 20 or 21 or something. And I had a job interview in Toronto. So my mom did the drive with me
Yeah.
and then sat in the parking lot because I wasn't going to leave her at the hotel.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's different.
That's giving
but
you
that's
a lift.
the closest it's
Yes.
ever come
Yeah.
to her
I mean,
being-
the only way I see this is if, let's say your mom is really good friends with the manager of, like, they
Right.
know each
Yeah, like
other,
if,
right?
if,
Like,
she
Yeah.
set up the interview or
yeah,
that kind of thing, maybe.
they're doing you
Maybe.
a favor kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Sure,
like
but
in
that's
that
a
sense,
different
maybe.
thing.
But
Yeah.
just don't go.
Yes.
Even if that's the case, don't go. Let them go
No.
on their own. They got to do this.
And again, even still.
Is this one of those reported things though that it's really not happening?
Oh, it is. They're
like
saying.
I don't know anybody in my life where I've heard them say, "Oh, I went in for the interview
Yeah,
with
but
my
you're a different
kid."
generation.
No,
right?
went in with my kid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not me.
Apparently it is a thing. We just got a
Yeah.
text from Dexter, says the staffing manager, and he's seen people bring in their spouse as well, and even friends to interviews.
Don't employers sit there at the door and go, "No,
No,
it's
you're
okay."
done.
Thank
Yeah.
But
you."
also, you're
Well,
not getting the job.
No, you're not getting the job. Then they just give you the interview out of courtesy so they don't look bad. But like
jeez.
they
don't know.
they might as well just take a red marker and put an X through your resume.
Seriously, someone
Like
else
it's
said they're
done.
a manager at a restaurant, and it's happened multiple times in the
Yeah,
last year where
I believe
parents
it's
have
happening.
come in. Which
That is crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
What are you going to bring them to work with you too?
I mean, and
In
then
some
that-
cases, yes, I'm sure.
there also might be a difference, and once again, I wouldn't do it from a 14-year-old going for a job, or if you're 28. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
Yes.
there's a difference, but I
you
mean,
know
both
what?
are bad.
I don't know. I feel like the older you are, if you brought your mom around for companionship, it gets even more of a pass than if you're 19 and you're bringing mom to an interview.
No,
I think
no.
both are
I don't
so
know.
bad.
I
no,
feel
they're both
like,
bad. They're both really
They're
bad.
both really
Jenny,
bad.
if I walked into a wherever
All
right
right,
now
no,
and
no,
I
you're
brought
right.
my mom,
Yeah.
No,
it's
I
not.
will say our
Whoa.
profession. If I brought my mom Sue into an interview, that
funny.
would be comic relief.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
You know
do
what?
get
I
a
think
pass.
it's almost kind of the difference of, like, do you live with your parents or do your parents live with you? Because those are two very different things, too.
That's true.
Right.
And again, this is like, are you with your mom because support or did you bring your mom as a prop?
Right.
Like, it's a different
And
thing.
my
Yeah.
mom would come as a prop.
Yeah, and that's a different thing. What they're
Totally.
talking about, these interviews, like if you're working at some tech company and you walk in, the prop thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, this is
not
literally
good.
just for what we do.
exactly.
if you
So
brought her to a radio
specific.
job, that's very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
funny. Someone else just messaged us saying a parent called them and asked why they didn't give their kid a job. No. Like, that's so
Don't do that.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, man.
ouch.
Good
Yeah.
luck in the real world. You know?
Or did they never experience the real world?
Yeah.
No,
'Cause
they may not.
they're just
Well, no,
being-
a lot harder.
They'll
Well, they
never
will
get
eventually,
hired.
but
They'll never get hired if their parents are there for every interview.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
won't happen.
And then do they go on the first day?
All
Like,
the texting you're getting, nobody's saying, "Oh, and my kid got the
Oh,
job."
every
No.
time
Right.
all these
Yeah.
people say
and then
they
mom
never hired
starts
them.
a company, and so that way the kid can have a job at the company that mom started for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Right.
maybe
I think
that's
what-
the real world that they'll
What we've
experience.
learned is bring your parrot.
It's a better idea.
Yeah, if you're trying to decide parent or parrot,
Yeah.
every
Parrot.
time it's parrot. Every single time.
Is there dental? How about overtime?
What's your cracker policy? Here's another text. I received a full 8x10 resume with a picture of the boy.
No.
At 8x10.
Wow.
I'd also do that, though. I'd also bring that.
I get that. Glamour shot?
Yeah, a glamour shot. My
Sure.
mom. I'm slam dunking this interview. Honestly, they're going. That's a guy who should host a morning show.
Why does he have 11 parrots?
And Mauler and Mom in the morning has kind of a ring to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
It's been a great morning.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's not going to be a great morning.
It's going to be an even better morning.
Now it's time to play
Everybody.
Brady's on the Morning Hot Tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Hey, welcome to Brady's Game of Joy, where every week I make the rules. They do whatever I say. You know how it works. Guys, might not know this. I just got back from a trip recently. I was at the annual International Cat Expo in Cleveland.
I didn't realize you went there.
Yeah, as you know, I sit on the board of the Cat Fanciers Association.
Yes, we do know
It's-
that.
It's something we put on every year. So, one of my favorite events this year at the International Cat Expo in Cleveland was Cat Aoki. Karaoke.
Now, by the
Which-
way, Brady's joking about being on the board, but this is actually a thing.
This is
Karaoke?
100% a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karaoke. It's exactly what you think it is. You guys want to here have a listen to this? Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's me actually. So, you know what I always say, guys? You know what I always say? Say it with me. Anything the Cat Fanciers Association can do at the Cat Expo in Cleveland, the morning hot tub can do a whole lot better, especially during Brady's Game of Joy.
Yeah, you do always say that.
I do say that all the time.
you do.
So you know the drill. I've selected some wonderful songs I'd like you guys to perform. Cat Aoki to. Karaoke. Karaoke. We're going to Mauler. I've sent you, you guys check your emails. You should each have
I see this. Yeah.
what song do you have there, Mauler?
I have Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball.
Oh, that's a
that's
fun
a
one.
banger.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Okay. Is this,
This is the dumbest thing we've ever done. How are you off when you have the words in front of you? Oh, God. Okay, all right.
Oh, God.
I guess I'll ding you for effort.
oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
I just don't know how you have zero rhythm.
I don't know how that was possible. Yeah.
Rush, what song do you have?
Oh, I didn't. I thought I was just gonna pass.
Oh, no,
No.
you don't get to pass.
This is the greatest.
Okay. I have "Single Ladies" by Beyonce.
Oh, good. That's a really quick song. Wow, there's gonna be a lot of meows on this one.
Meow 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 meow
That's good.
Thank you.
Really good.
That was really good.
That's fantastic. Jenny, what song do you have?
I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be really
So jealous
really
of you
nice,
with your
yeah.
musicality.
Yeah, really. Bang on. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, whenever you're ready.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have to hit play.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, meow, meow.
Such sad meows.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. 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 Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay.
That's all right. That's pretty good.
All right. Well, thank you. That was
that's it.
fun, Brady.
No, we're not done.
I feel done.
It feels like it was a
Round
little bit of a
two.
layup. Like it was just like it was so easy for you. So look, here's what I need from listeners. What are some other animals that you guys can mimic in songs? Let's get some texts going. I need some suggestions. I mean, you could be like a dog, but even that feels like a little bit simple. Let's get some interesting and unique animals, and then I'm just gonna pick some at random. For example, Mauler. Let's just say you're gonna be a cow.
A cow.
A cow for yours.
Okay.
Okay, all right. This is simple, nice and easy. We'll start with a cow.
Wait,
Okay.
so I'm getting your pick, and these two get the listeners' picks?
No, the cow was a text. Someone sent that in.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the first texts we got.
Oh, God.
Okay,
They're coming
go
in
ahead.
hot.
You have your round 2 song there.
Yeah, it's Aha, Take on
Oh,
Me.
fun.
Oh,
okay.
that is fun.
As a cow.
Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo. Moo, moo, moo. Moo, 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 moo.
He's gonna hit the high note.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting for. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
That was good. That was good.
Oh my God.
For Rush, let's just pick one at random. Oh, a chicken.
The listener said a chicken.
Rush, yeah. We're getting a lot of chicken. Oh God, moose. No, we're not doing a moose. Okay, you're gonna do a chicken, Rush. Okay, and what song do you have?
I have Party in the USA.
Oh, another Miley Cyrus
yeah.
song. Okay,
Fun.
great. That's a really good one to do as a chicken. Pretty good chicken. Yeah.
That was very good. Yeah.
And Rush was molting the whole time.
All right, Jenny, picking a random one here. Let's go with
Wrap it up.
perfect.
Come on.
Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah,
Good,
dolphin.
good.
It's probably the
Oh,
most
no.
requested. You
Yeah.
got this.
How do I
Dolphin.
do a
Here we go.
dolphin
And what
again?
song do you have?
Oh God, I have Sweet
Oh,
Caroline.
perfect.
Oh, good. That'll
Okay.
be nice.
Sweet Caroline
Oh God.
as a dolphin. Here we go.
God, I can't. I got to get a dolphin in my head.
And you also have to play
Oh,
on
I had to
play
play
again,
again. Okay. Oh God, here we go. Oh. I not do. Give it.
I think you're doing well.
I think that's really good. Oh, here we go.
Wait.
Do we all have to join in?
Oh,
now?
yeah. Well, we got to do the da-da-da.
As dolphins?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Here we go, Jenny.
God, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
When you graduated radio school, did you ever think this is what you'd be doing?
Never.
No,
Never.
Because if I did this in radio school, they would have said, "Get out of this course.
100% fail. Like
You'll
you're
never
not.
make it.
Just stick to the weather and traffic."
Well done, guys. Great performance.
boy.
It's Brady's game of joy.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Well, here it is, guys. You don't have to clean up your leaves that are on your lawn, and I'll tell you why. The Nature Conservancy of Canada says there are 3 major benefits to leaving the leaves in your yard for fall. First, many native insects and small critters like frogs and toads like to hibernate under the leaves.
Okay.
Okay. The leaves also serve as food for a food source for birds, and the other benefit is to the lawn itself. So
Okay.
if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it.
Okay.
You don't have to.
All right, sure.
Men over 40, would this be better or somehow much, much worse?
I read
We're
this
doing
this
it.
morning.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
According to a new report, your next prostate exam could be done by a robotic finger.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Go.
Really? But when you think about it,
No.
no? Okay,
I've thought about it.
Researchers in China have been working on a flexible finger-like probe with sensors on the end. They think it could eventually be used to detect things like an enlarged prostate or abnormal lumps.
So, sorry, the doctor's using this or I'm using it on myself?
I'll explain. You'll see. Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's called a BSF or a bio-inspired soft finger. It bends like a normal finger does. It just doesn't have a human attached to it. It's not just for prostate exams. In a recent test, it was able to find someone's artery on their wrist and measure their pulse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They think the technology could also be used to find lumps in breast tissue. So after, your boobs get squished from a mammogram, another robot might try to figure it out
Yeah,
for you
sure.
after.
Could also
Yeah.
use it at sporting
Yeah.
events and a big finger.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, instead of the foam
Yeah,
finger.
instead of the foam one, yeah.
It's not an attractive looking finger.
Oh.
I'll show you a picture here.
Well,
Wormy looking,
I
you
see
know.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
doesn't even look like a finger.
It doesn't really,
No.
but
I was kind of picturing it like like the lasers in like an Austin Powers movie where it's on like a giant arm,
Yes.
like slowly goes towards you. But no, it would probably just be like a little insert that they just.
well, it is,
you
and
know?
a human would be operating it,
Sure.
right? Like it
Then I guess
doesn't
it's not
know
so
what
bad.
to do on its own.
It does feel weird that like a human just sticks their finger.
Are
in
we
it,
doing
right?
it then, or
no,
the doctors?
The doctor would
Okay.
operate it.
Yeah.
I would assume.
It's just, it probably has more sensors on it, than the finger does, so
Exactly.
it can probably tell more.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't want it at home.
No.
No.
Well, no. I just feel like things could go wrong.
Like,
and
honey,
you're-
have you seen my finger? No, not that.
Time to check my prostate.
Exactly.
You've checked it 6 times this week. I know. Just leave me alone. I just want 5 minutes.
Hypochondriac, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a hypochondriac, I swear.
Please knock before you come in.
It's medical.
Why do you have the foam finger too?
Because I want to feel like I'm number 1 while I'm doing it.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, the Wheel of Fun is, covered in cobwebs.
Yeah, it
and
is.
spooky stuff. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween season, guys. We've
Let's spin it. We got to go. We got to go. We got to do this.
Oh. That's a fun feature.
Oh, look at that.
Now it's time for Ghost or Roast on the Morning Hot Tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
All right, it's back. We bring it back during the Halloween season. I'll quickly explain what this is. Jenny really believes in ghosts, as we know. And so we have somebody on the banana phone who Brady is set up with that is either going to tell a real ghost story or completely fool us and roast us.
Right.
Jenny's got to guess whether it's true or false.
Ghost
Rush and I
or
are
roast.
completely in the dark
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And so we're going to play along with Jenny and Brady, who's on the
Yeah,
banana
we have
phone.
Amanda on the banana phone, guys.
Hello, Amanda.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. You've got about a minute here to sell Jenny on your story. Go ahead and freak us out.
All right, here we go. So when I was in my early 20s, I lived in Halifax for a little bit. And I had a roommate at the time, but her family lived nearby, so I was often there alone. This particular night, I was going to bed alone. So I turn off my lights and I get into bed. And on the outside of my bedroom door, I had an Irish blessing. It was like a porcelain plaque kind of hanging on the door. And on the inside of the door, I had a couple necklaces. So I turn the light off, and all of a sudden I hear rap, 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 as if somebody lifted the plaque up and kind of let it go. So my first instinct is not to be afraid. It's a one-off. I kind of take a look around the apartment, make sure there's no windows open, a weird draft, but the air is perfectly still. The windows are closed. So I go back to bed. I turn the light back off, and it happens again. But this time, the necklace starts going too. So I turn the light on, and I can visibly see the necklace in front of me swinging and flowing.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm a little more freaked out now. There's no two-way breezes that occur. I know this. So I turn the light back off, and this is where it got a little bit crazy. This time, both the necklace and the plaque start going, but in a controlled motion, like in tandem. Rap, rap, rap. And my door starts shaking as if somebody's trying to get in. My lights start flickering. Somebody's running up and down my hallway, banging on the walls, scratching the walls. So at this point, obviously, my adrenaline's through the roof. I start crying. I'm like in fear because I feel trapped in the room. I don't really know what to do. So I tried calling my friend who, she went to Dalhousie at the time, so she was in her dorm room. Couldn't get a hold of her. So I didn't really know many people. I just moved there. Called my friend in Ottawa, got in touch with her. And she's like, excited to hear from me. What's going on? I'm in tears. I'm like, listen. And she could hear through the phone how loud it was.
Oh my God.
She's like, what is that? And I'm like, a ghost. What do you say? It's the weirdest thing to say.
Yeah.
And so I get somebody that she's with to get a hold of my friend that's down the street so she can call me and I don't lose connection with anybody.
Right.
Finally, they do. And my friend down the street calls me. I pick up the call, same thing. What's going on? I'm like, listen. So she's like, you got to make a run for it. And go through it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh.
So I go up to the door, and I'm like, logically, this is the only thing I could do, because otherwise I'm sitting here just terrified, waiting for something to happen. And I'm watching, like, the necklaces in front of me. I can see my door shaking. 1, 2, 3. As soon as I touch the knob, everything stops.
Oh.
And I just sprint through my apartment. I get out, door, like, my hands are shaking, lock my front door, and run down the hall. I did not want to look back because I felt like something was like watching me.
All right, so
Oh, my
Amanda,
God.
we're going to get Jenny to ask maybe 1 or 2 quick questions here. And then
All
she'll
right.
decide whether it's a ghost or roast. I also love, as a side note, Brady reacting like he doesn't know the truth. Like Brady's like,
Okay, my question is, had you had anything at all ever happen before this incident that made you go, I wonder?
In that apartment or in life in general?
In that apartment.
Not in that apartment, no.
Okay, and your friend had never experienced anything like that either in that apartment?
No,
No.
but I will say I did spend the next 2 weeks at her dorm, sorry friend, and eventually she kicked me out. And she came back to my apartment, and it did happen again, but not quite as severe. So
Okay.
she was there to validate me.
How did you even sleep? Okay, I'm ready to rule.
You are.
I mean,
I was
yeah.
going to say.
Ready to rule 100%. This is real. It's a ghost story.
yeah.
If people haven't remembered how this goes, Jenny believes like every story tells in, no matter what.
No
Yeah.
way. I mean, like either you're I say this every time. You're a fantastic liar, great storyteller, but this is real.
So
Like,
on
I believe
ghost
it.
or roast, you're saying ghost.
Yes, there's amazing details provided. Thank you. The ghost story.
Rush, you and I have been listening.
Yeah.
We'll just quickly give our assessment. What do you think?
Again, a lot of details and stuff. I even like the answers to the follow-ups. They help me along, so I'll go with a ghost.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ghost.
How about you?
I don't mean to be the opposite, just to be the opposite,
Yeah.
but I think Amanda's a heck of a storyteller.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I think it's a roast.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I ruled ghost story.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. And that's all that matters
Yes.
on Ghost or Roast. So the big build-up, I'm going to ask you, you're going to pause dramatically,
Yes.
Amanda,
Okay,
and you'll
okay.
say ghost or roast really loud and clearly. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, so Amanda, ghost or roast?
I'm here for the sound effects. Roast.
Oh,
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
yes.
come on. That was so believable.
That was good. You did well.
How do you sleep at night?
Probably very well.
Ghost free, apparently. Way to
I'll
go,
just experience
man.
that. You can sleep through anything.
That was good.
Oh, Amanda, you killed
What a
it.
story.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You
Thank
got
you.
Jenny. That's very good. Thanks for playing along. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Well, not
right.
off to a good start.
No.
So the ghost or roast wedge will stay on the wheel of fun for the rest of the month, obviously.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll spin it on
All right.
maybe next week.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
I hope so.
Ghost or roast. Jenny's happy it's back, but she's mad. She lost.
Oh, I
so
believe
funny.
everybody.
Yes, you did.
Literally everybody. Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Well, the folks at Butterball have done it. The question is, how does this thing taste? Butterball unveiled a new turkey that you don't have to thaw. You take it straight out of the freezer and just pop it in the oven.
Okay.
It's called Butterball cooked from frozen.
Is that
Great
how
name.
they say it in
Yeah.
the meetings?
Butterball cooked from frozen.
So it's like they forgot to actually name it.
Yeah. It's meant to avoid the common disaster where you realize you forgot to thaw the turkey
Yeah.
out, or you think it's thawed, but the inside is still
Yeah,
frozen
fair
or
enough.
whatever.
It happens a lot, right?
Yeah, it does. They say it's also great for people who don't like touching raw meat. There's no neck or giblets.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Is
okay.
it giblets or giblets? Like GIF or GIF?
Giblets,
Giblets, right?
Giblets.
I think
I think
I
it's
think
giblets.
giblets?
I think I've heard both.
Oh,
I
man,
think
what
it's
is
giblets.
Oh.
it? I've always said giblets. Anyway.
What do you call Derek? That's his nickname.
Yeah,
Yeah,
giblets.
Yeah, okay, you call them giblets. Okay.
Giblets. Can you give me another drink?
It's giblets, apparently.
It is giblets,
Yeah, like a
okay.
J sound.
Okay, there you go.
Giblets.
And it comes pre-brined, so you don't have to do anything except brush
Sounds
some
great.
oil on it. The directions literally say unwrap and cook. The
So-
average cook time is 5 hours, so not a whole lot longer than a regular turkey.
So what is the difference? I mean, it doesn't have these things, sure.
Yeah.
But why is it that you can cook this one from frozen and the other ones you
Like,
can't?
literally, let's say you decide last minute you want to
Yeah.
have a turkey dinner. You just go to the store, buy one, and put it right in
Yeah.
the oven.
Sure,
So
yeah.
why is it different? Like, why can't you take a regular turkey and cook
I
it from
see what you're
frozen?
Oh,
saying.
okay.
It has all this stuff, probably. That's
Is that
why.
is that the only thing? Or
I think it does.
Is it
Just because
treated?
it's the neck and the giblets?
That doesn't seem.
Yeah, because often the giblets are they have like a package around them.
Yeah.
So
right?
that's the only reason?
That's
Or
part of the
did they-
reason.
Is it the way that they've frozen it, or do they
said
treat
it's
it differently?
pre-brined, so I don't know what does brined mean.
Well, it's basically sort of soaked in a thing. It's kind of like
Soaked in-
marinating.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's a food-safe leg holder that doesn't need to be removed.
You're a
Basically,
food safe
Oh,
leg
that
holder.
thing.
Hey,
You're a food safe leg holder.
sensitive
I
about
am
that.
a food
You are, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just ready to go. It's just ready to go.
There's just no
Yeah.
plastics in it. You can just shove
Exactly.
it right
Just shove
in
it
the
right
oven.
in the oven.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the downside is that it can't be stuffed.
You
have
can't
to
be
make
stuffed.
it. No,
What?
hey,
Boy.
now. Oh yeah, let's go. It has begun. You have to make the stuffing separately. But if you're buying this turkey, honestly, you're making stovetop or whatever anyway. But I did it for the first time. I didn't stuff the turkey this year, and because I didn't want it to take as long to cook, and it always makes me nervous that the stuffing isn't going to get hot enough,
And?
and cook enough. It was just as good cooking it
Okay.
outside of the turkey.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just as
Really?
good.
Without
There was
the
no
turkey
difference.
juices and all that?
Yeah, no, it didn't really make
The
that much of a
people that-
difference.
I mean,
I don't
that's the
know.
difference between stuffing and dressing, right?
Yeah.
And the people that are against stuffing are just so against it, and they think the equivalent is like going into the street and grabbing roadkill and serving it. That's how they think of it. It's so disgusting. You put this in the turkey and then
Yeah.
you eat it. They think it's so gross. It's what I grew up doing, and it's completely
Yeah,
normal
but
to
Yeah.
me.
you eat the turkey, so how is it gross?
This is
Like,
what
it's
I've
all- it's all
always
the
said,
same.
Yeah.
but they just are just so
I will
disgusted
say
by
what
it.
it did allow for is way more juice to baste the turkey and to use for the gravy because it's not soaking into the dressing, right? Or the
Right.
stuffing, whatever. So it made for way better gravy.
In my life, I mean, there's been people that have been maybe indifferent, but I've never met anyone who doesn't like stuffing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, anyone.
Yeah.
It's always like a battle at our house because there's never enough stuffing
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
can only
why you
put
got to
so
cook it out
much.
of the turkey.
Yeah, but then I just it doesn't
telling
have
you.
the flavor.
It
in
doesn't.
Does.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It does. It didn't taste
Well,
any
what
different.
my wife does is she'll make the stovetop on the side and in the bird,
Right.
Jenny, in
Okay.
the bird,
Bird, yeah.
and then just mix them.
Combine them, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
I've done
therefore,
that too, yeah.
you're getting the juices and the flavor with that
Okay.
other stuff.
Sure. That's a
and then
good way
it
to do
tastes
it.
even better.
Yeah, and then you have way more too,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Because there's only so much you can put in the bird.
Jenny's against it because she doesn't do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't-
exactly. I've
what?
never tried it. I like stovetop stuffing.
Right. So
for
why
sure.
not try that?
Because I'm just afraid that the spices that I use would be too different from the
Right.
spices
Oh,
in the
it's-
box, and then
no,
it just wouldn't go.
We do it all the time. You'd never know.
But she doesn't do
know?
it, so it's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
I get it.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
wrong.
wrong.
I get it.
You only know what you know, and what you don't know is wrong.
That's right.
You're actually like my mom. People like you drive me crazy because it's like I said this to the kids growing up. Like I don't want broccoli. I go, well, how do you know you've never had it?
Right.
You don't even know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So you got to try it.
Yeah.
You're this way. You're a big kid.
Listen,
Yeah.
but listen, I'm slowly. Yes, I am a big kid for sure in many ways. But this is a year I didn't stuff the turkey.
There you go.
Right, so
Okay.
I'm getting
Baby
there. I'm
steps, you're
trying
getting
little
there.
things. Maybe
Yeah.
next year I'll mix in a box. You know.
But, it's not a bad idea.
I'm going to hang over your head that I'm not buying you beanless chili until you do this.
Oh, boy.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
By the way, we're going down again to the States. Let us know
Oh,
what you need.
thank you. Oh God, love you.
What do you need? 2 cans? 5 cans?
Just 2 cans of the beanless chili would be great,
Yeah.
and maybe just 2 jars of the white
2
queso.
cans. You can bring 2 cans over the border.
Yeah, 2 cans. Oh,
Brady.
no.
I
Brady.
told you guys this on the air a few weeks ago. My mom only eats Stouffer's mac and cheese,
Right.
frozen mac
Yes.
and cheese.
Yeah, you got to bring that.
You can't get it here in Canada. They discontinued it for whatever reason. So
pack up the coolers.
So every time my wife goes down, she gets to the border and they go, do you have anything to declare? She goes, I've got 20 boxes of Stouffer's mac and cheese. And the guy goes, what?
What? Yeah.
She goes, it's for my mother-in-law. Don't ask. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, go through. If it's for the
Don't
mother-in-law,
ask.
sure.
Enough said. Just get out of here.
Have a good day. And all that matters is that Brady is a food safe leg holder.
That's how you wanted to wrap that
Really,
up?
I really did.
You've been
I just
sitting
wanted
on
to say it
that, huh?
again.
Yeah,
I
you've been
was
sitting on it,
just waiting, hoping
think-
it would naturally come back to
didn't.
that.
It
But it didn't.
Don't know if you got the reaction you wanted. It just.
It was a little quiet,
Yeah.
I won't lie.
It was a really bad callback.
It was not good.
I kind of forgot it happened,
Yeah.
to be honest.
That wasn't really a highlight. Yeah.
Oh, it was a highlight to me.
Well,
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Disney fans have what they asked for yesterday, or this week actually. Disney Parks introduced the Lightning Lane Premier Pass.
What is that now?
The new pass will allow park guests to show up at the Lightning Lane to skip the general line. But the Platinum aspect enables the VIPs to arrive at attractions without a reservation. So the Fast Pass that you have now, you make a reservation, show up, and go on the ride. This one, you just show up.
So now there's 3 tiers? Is that right?
Exactly.
Oh,
Regular Pass, Fast Pass, and then this Premier.
Man, do we know how much more it is?
Yes, we do. They're not cheap. Depending on the park, attendees could pay up to $400 per person for a single day. On top of what you've already paid for. So you're looking at call it $600 a person if you're a family.
That's crazy.
Of 4. That's so much money.
But if you're going on that many more rides, then maybe it's
is it worth it? Like when people go to Disney now, does everybody get a Fast Pass now, or do they not?
I don't know.
I think a lot more do. I can't imagine everybody can afford it. But
the thing is, so then if everybody has a Fast Pass, are you
it's
really?
Not fast.
It's not fast anymore.
Right.
It's just appointments, basically.
It still does move quickly, though.
It does.
I have to be honest. Compared to the regular lines, where you could be staying there for 2 hours.
Yeah,
okay, so I mean, if there's still people that are waiting in line for 2 hours, then obviously not everybody gets a Fast Pass.
Right.
Okay.
Well, because you can afford it. Let's say the regular Fast Pass is $200 extra on top of your ticket.
Yes.
That's still, if you have 3 kids with you and you're a family of 5,
there's just no way.
It's just so expensive.
No. Well, it works out.
I mean, a lot of people look at Disney with their kids as that once in a lifetime opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
So then do you pay for that extra specialness of it?
Sure.
Oh, that's
to get as many rides as, because you'd hate to go and just go on Space Mountain and you're done.
Yeah,
And that can happen, right? When you are but I love that meme that goes around in the GIF, and it's just like my at-home self looking at my vacation self, like, why did you treat yourself? The whole time it's just like, well, I'm on vacation. Just put it on the card.
Buy anything when you're on vacation.
Exactly.
You really can. But it does kind of make sense. Look, if you could do 20 rides in a day as opposed to, 5 rides, it's like you're getting good bang for your buck, I guess.
And you're not spending your entire day standing in line.
Exactly. That would drive me crazy.
Well, like a different level is Canada's Wonderland.
Yes.
My stepson Adam goes, I would say often at least once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the money, I guess, to buy the whatever the pass is.
Yeah.
And he said he was there one day and he only got on 3 rides the entire day.
That's insane.
Which is such a waste of time.
Yeah,
really.
I would rather not go. I'm not kidding. I would rather not go.
He spent all that time just in line.
Yes.
That's just
so
brutal.
boring.
And then the actual ride is 45 seconds?
Yeah, that's exactly.
be
If
worth
you're
it.
lucky.
Back to another line.
Yeah.
That's my personal hell, is waiting in line all day.
I was going to say, it was my high school years. Wait 3 hours for 45 seconds.
There you go.
45 seconds. Okay, show off.
I have to take you to dinner and a movie? All right.
Oh, God.
3 hours.
And
All right, let's
the
do it.
Fast Pass, you're broke now. You're completely broke.
Yeah.
But now at least, if you're waiting in line, like Adam, you said your stepson waiting in line for 3 hours or whatever it is, at least now they have their phones. I remember going when I was a kid, a Flash Pass didn't exist, and you were just standing there. You had
there's
nothing to do.
You're just reading the sign that says how much longer you'd have to wait.
Right.
And I also think they put up those signs where an hour left to wait.
Yeah.
That was BS.
Yeah, totally. Because it was longer
They're
than
just
that.
giving you false hope.
Yeah.
Totally. 100%.
Kind of like my high school day. An hour left to wait. Oh,
right.
I don't want to wait another hour.
That can't be right.
This can't be right.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now it's time for the morning hot tub to bang our gavels.
Yeah.
With Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Okay, this is going to be a completely different one than what we normally do. A lot of times it's entertainment related. And does this song sound like that song?
Right.
What, should we award anybody any money? And we'll see how this all plays out with Judge Mauler, Judge Rush, and Judge Jenny.
Yes.
I'm here too.
You're a bailiff.
I'm the bailiff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And bailiff's a little more quiet.
Yeah,
usually in a
usually.
court.
Not this bailiff. I'm a little worried.
Order! I will have order in this court, bailiff.
Now, if you've heard people complain about groceries as of late, you've heard people say sarcastically, "Oh my God, my groceries cost an arm and a leg."
Yes.
But they're exaggerating, obviously.
Right, yeah.
All right, well, listen to this, okay? Here's how it goes. Serious story. 6 years ago, a 56-year-old drunk man in New York City fell onto the subway tracks. Don't know if you remember this story. And a train operator failed to stop in time. The train ran him over, severing one of his legs, his hip joint, and most of his arm.
Oh my God.
Now, he survived, but he's unable, obviously, to ever work again. So he filed a lawsuit against the MTA down there. And he won, and the court awarded him a payout. Okay, so I will tell you the payout after we make a ruling of how much we think. How much we think this gentleman deserved.
An arm, a leg, and a hip.
Yeah, well, let's just go with an arm and a
and a
leg.
leg.
That's the expression, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So really, how much is an arm and a leg worth is the question when you say it, sarcastically when you're talking about things. But now we got to actually put a dollar amount on it.
So I'm going to say, like, pain and suffering also, like, he's going to need a certain amount of care for the rest of his life.
Sure.
But he fell, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not the part that's being argued, right?
No.
Because the court has already said no, they're liable for this.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't know all the details. Something they did.
Let me give you just a few more things here. The man had been drinking, yes, but the court found that the train operator would have had time to stop the train if he would have pulled the emergency brake.
Okay.
The driver admitted that he saw people on the platform waving frantically and that he saw something on the tracks, but he thought it was a bag of garbage.
No.
Oh, my God.
And he also admitted he should have braked. The driver said
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Now, during the trial, an expert estimated that the victim's lifetime medical expenses were also worth a dollar amount, but we won't worry
Okay.
about that.
All right.
all right.
Okay, so
Oh, interesting.
Rush, what say you as our first judge up today on banging your gavel?
I'm going to say $49 million is
Oh,
what
my
was
God.
given. $49 million is what was given.
That's a lot of
This is-
millions
this
of
is-
dollars.
That's true, but this is in New York.
You think that's what was given? I'm asking, what would you give?
Oh,
What would you-
1.5.
1.5 million?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah. Stay off the subway tracks.
You just gave us your ruling, then
Yeah.
banged
He'd be
your
the
gavel.
worst judge, and you're like, and what was he like as a father?
I will have order in this court.
All right. Brady, can you get Rush a quieter gavel? From the back room.
Muffle it.
Sure, yeah.
Put some felt on it, would you?
Yeah, here it is.
I will have order. Order in the order.
Judge Jenny.
I said 4.7 million.
That's what you
4.7.
would
That's
award.
what I would award. Yeah. That's a very comfortable life, and home care and everything could be included in that. So, yeah,
Okay.
4.7.
Judges, I would normally, I just want him to stand there and just, do you want to get Bailiff
Why?
Brady's
Yeah, I mean,
opinion on this?
Well, we can't
Are
use
you,
it.
are you
but
not
yeah.
giving an opinion?
I will. Do you want me to go first? And
Yeah,
then
I
Brady?
mean, before we get there,
okay.
that's how it should be.
Well, it's harder for me to maybe give the
well,
verdict
right.
because I've seen it, but I will say, honestly, I would give at least $25 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
holy
me.
moly,
That's
yeah.
me.
Right.
I would. So can you
Okay.
bang my
Yeah,
gavel?
no, yeah, of course.
So,
No,
yeah.
no.
So Rush, what did you say? 1.5?
I said 1.5, even though I thought what was probably going to be given was 39.
Jenny?
I said 4.7.
Okay. And 25 mil for me.
Yeah.
Brady, not that it matters,
It
Bailiff.
doesn't.
but
Yeah,
what,
there's going to be no, gavel bang. Should I just write this on a piece of loose leaf and slide it across the table to you guys? Is that
No, you're trying to make
You're not
yourself
selling
more
a car.
important.
I think he needs to be taken care of for the rest of his life because whether he was drunk or not, clearly the driver is liable. They could have stopped, didn't, ran him over the train.
Little wordy. Need the
Yeah,
numbers.
right. $8 million. Eight, yeah, I think
Okay.
8. Yeah, he should be set for life.
Okay. Well, there was a verdict.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, boy. So next time you say, oh, my God, these eggs, they're expensive.
Yeah.
They cost me an arm and a leg.
What is an arm and a leg?
Think of him.
What does an arm and a leg cost? In this case specifically, the judge awarded the man without the arm and the leg $90 million.
Whoa!
Yeah.
9-0?
$90 million.
You know, the more I reflect on it, if they admitted guilt that they could have stopped this from
Yes.
happening and
Yeah,
didn't,
right.
it should have been more.
This is why I thought it was
Yeah.
39.
Okay.
And his lifetime expenses so far have reached $17 million.
Oh my God.
So does this mean
I have
overall
no
the
idea.
$39 million I gave was the closest?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess,
Yeah,
yeah.
you win.
You
I
would've-
win.
No,
Order.
you
I
didn't
will
win.
have order in
No,
this court.
$1.5.
Order.
Oh, yeah.
1.5.
Yeah, I said this is what I thought was given was 39. What would I personally
no,
give if
no,
I wasn't
no.
a judge?
No, that's not the game.
1.5.
No.
I will have order in this
Can
court.
you guys gavel him back, please?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Order. Order.
Get on Amazon, order more felt.
I'm getting
That, of course, is us banging our gavels here on the Morning Hot Tub.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.